All right. Well, thank you, Tracy. So now I'm going to talk about our solution, which is Acquisition AI. So what is Acquisition AI? Acquisition AI is an automated AI-powered platform that streamlines market research and procurement. Um, we believe Acquisition AI can help government contracting officers, procurement officers, and acquisition officials to use draft statements of work to find potentially qualified firms, auto-generate market research reports, and overall reduce the burden that is on them. All right, so in conversation with procurement officials while we were in the process of developing this tool, we identified certain challenges that we collectively wanted to overcome. These range from very technical things such as extracting the statement of work or performance work statement from the entire solicitation. And as we all know, the entire solicitation document can be several hundred pages long, and the SOW could just be one chapter. So how do you every single time extract the SOW correctly? Next, matching firms based on qualifications and experiences. So these are plural, not just matching or identifying firms based on one criteria from one data system and another criteria from another system. Use one data system where you can do the matching on multiple qualifications and experiences. Next, reducing the inherent bias in the existing process. And what we mean by this is if a firm is, let's say, not registered on SAM, or does not have CPARs, or may have a lot of commercial experience, or may have a lot of subcontracting experience, but does not have, information in FPDS. So they would otherwise, be overlooked. And we wanted to come and try to alleviate this bias. And lastly, improve the overall user experience.
And just note as we go through, we're going to include some questions for you as we go through this presentation.
Thank you, Mark. And well, this is what the beta version of our platform, web-based platform, looks like. And when you come to the homepage, you will be greeted and you will be asked to log in. And once you log in, if you could go to the next slide. Thank you. You will have the option or opportunity rather, to upload a new draft solicitation and plug in the pertinent information such as this is the solicitation title, the solicitation number, potential NICS codes, and so on. And once you plug these information in, you can literally upload a PDF version or a Word version of the draft solicitation and hit the submit button. And once you hit the submit button, the algorithm produces a list of similar solicitations that have already been awarded. So these are like contracts that have been awarded whose statement of work is very similar to the new one that you just uploaded. And not only that, you have a range of options to do so. If you want to narrow it and narrow it by one or multiple agencies, you can do that. If you want to make it more recent, you can select the fiscal years. If you don't want a laundry list, you can say, I want the top 5. And most importantly, you are allowed to do a matching criteria. And in this case, we are like, we want the match to be 90% or up. And then from the search results you see, you get to see the solicitation title, the level of similarity, what agency, fiscal year, and importantly, competition type. So that lets you know what type of firm had won it before. And then you have the option to either preview it, the actual solicitation and the SOW, or download it and then look at it. And that is the important part that we also have to keep in mind is the human element is still very, very important. That's why procurement officials you're very trained and very qualified. And this is the tool that'll help you in the process. And based on this, you can accept or reject the search results. And once you have finalized your search results, it will produce a list of potentially qualified firms. And what it does is it does it by first identifying the awardees of the match solicitation that you saw in the previous page, and then finding firms that are similar to the awardees based on their business profile, qualifications, and experience. And over here also, you can select the matching criteria, you can select other filters, and you can identify or essentially select the criteria for which you want the list of potentially qualified firms. And once you're here, once you see the results, you can filter it even further. So as I mentioned, you can be like, well, I did a 90% selection, but that's not coming up, or the number of firms are too much. You can increase it. If you want to see the location of the firm and where the locations where they have worked, you can select the location. You can want to see the amount of federal contracting experience they had, what agencies they contracted with, their socioeconomic characteristics, as well as things such as minimum acceptable bonding level.
And just like to add, the ability to also configure customized filters, because we're getting information in terms of this product from SAM, FPDS, and the ability to have, like, say, APIs to agency-specific registries. And of course, the possibility of being able to derive other information, like from the organization's websites and or other capabilities. You're able to use those data elements to then create other customized filters.
Thank you, Mark. And then once you do that, you have a list of qualified firms based on the selections that you had. And from here, you can go dig deeper and see, get more information about the firms. And the last step in the process, which is something that we know is very time consuming, is this product, this tool will actually draft you a market research report. And we know that there are very many other things in the market research report, not only just the list of qualified firms and how we reach them. We have specific modules to fill out the different sections of the market research report.